Welcome back to Pirate Adventures. Where we last left off, the crew found themselves in a dangerous position. Many prisoners that they wanted to take with them, to the point where they decided to leave sneakily in a smaller group, although it wasn't very small at all, and it got them caught. Specifically, it got Tim caught, as well as Alwyn, our new NPC backup character, which is a weird thing we're doing. And as they did get caught, the other crew, getting suspicious, followed them to the point where they found a encounter of sorts. Met the Commodore of the fleet, Commodore Crelly Kane, a vicious, controlled arsehole, basically.
Wow, I wasn't going to say it, but...
The crew managed to escape with their lives, Kethra holding on to try and get Tim and Alwyn.
He was the secondary goal. But...
Watched as Bloodbeard was killed before her eyes. And then Grelig just let them go. Seemingly restocked the Bone Blade, for whatever reason, as well as gifting them enough crew to have a fully manned ship. To what reason? Who knows? But that is where we left off. Sailing back into the sea, away from the ghostly, creepy mist. What would you all like to do?
I think you're probably going to have a office. I think.
Yeah, we need a room.
We discussed to discuss plans.
I'm just in the morgue doing stuff.
Do you guys want to be on the world map, or do you guys want to be on the ship map?
Probably
I
on
think
the
the world maps.
Yeah,
If we're all going to be in the war room, it doesn't
we're
matter.
going to be in the that makes.
Okay, the plan is to move to the war room, so that's fine.
Yeah.
We take the guard, the prisoner to the brig.
Okay, you stick him in the brig, shackle him.
Oh what? Umbra's dude.
No, I've got a dead guy.
The living guy.
Oh, the living guy.
Yeah, the living guy.
Oh, I was going to drag him off to the morgue. But
Yeah, you already like dragging his head down the stairs and everything.
Oh yeah, no,
Yeah, you dragged his head down the stairs to the morgue. But my question is, if you're going to be involved in the war room chat, not sure if you are or not.
I'm just not an officer, so if nobody asks him, he'll just be working on his new subjects, his new toys.
Does OC question?
Mhm.
Does Umbra really have an input personally for him that he wants to give to us?
Is this like where to go and that sort of stuff?
Yeah. Does he care? Does it matter to him? Would he care if we said, "Oh, we're going to Boston," or not?
He doesn't really care, to be honest. Unless you go somewhere with like a lot of like weird animals or something like that, which you can get specimens off. He doesn't.
I think if I can also put my 2 cents in, I don't think Umbra has any particular goal of direction in any of his in any of what he wants to do.
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Haiss.
I'm
pretty sure. Yeah, like from what you've told me, likely if you're given a subject, you're going to be like, and ignore everybody else for at least 7 days.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, I think he did tell you. So our character, I'll say, Umbra's only real objective is getting this body for his master. So his only interest is in like weird or unusual specimens, which he can harvest parts of.
Yeah, do his old Frankenstein monster thing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but other than that, he doesn't have much input.
That's fine. I think if we're going to be like OG crew, I think that's a fair OG crew discussion to be like, if at least Umbra want to be a part of, if he wanted to be in the war room. But if he has no interest, then that's fair.
Yeah, I mean, if things change, I'll say and Umbra can start coming out. But yeah, I think for now, go ahead. The OG crew.
Well, he's OG. Crew. He's now the OG crew.
Oh yes.
Umbra is technically OG crew.
Yeah.
Good question. So if that's what you're classifying as OG crew, does that mean Berry, Quickling, Tiff, and Elena would be involved in the war room chat?
Currently acting as Master Gunner,
So Elena and Berry are both technically officers.
Yes, they are.
Tiff is not.
Would you bring them into the warring trap? It's up to you. You're the captain.
Yeah, I would. I would.
Barry and Elaine definitely do, as it's. We'll get them on a direction of heading north, and then we'll gather in with all the officers. But
Tim
I think
wouldn't be involved.
Tiff isn't. Tiff's not really the officer type. He's just a cook.
Yeah.
Fair. Got a lot of work, Tiff, at the moment. Some mouths to feed.
He's going to need some help, that dude.
I'm sure he'll be figuring out things, how he's going to feed everyone.
Sure, he's having a blast.
Yeah, Gruzeel will most likely, in the downtime between the meeting and us arriving, because there'll be a little bit like, while people sort each other out and assign things to crew.
Mm-hmm.
We'd obviously be, a lot of it will be assigning duties to crew, especially the new crew, informing them of the rules, especially regarding Umbra. And he'll be taking stock and sorting out the inventory. So, seeing what we've got, making sure it's all Gruzeel likes his stuff organized, so he'll make sure everything is where it needs to be.
Okay. Out of curiosity, in regards to that focus of filling roles, are there any particular roles you want to try fill?
Do we have any
volunteers as helmsmen?
Helmsman? Did you say?
Oh, Alwyn can volunteer as helmsman. That's fair.
Fair.
So helmsman can be filled. Are there any other roles in particular? Carpenter.
I think we would have to ask people what their skills are, but that's not for now.
What I'm sort of saying is,
do we have the NPC knowledge of them as the rest of the crew?
What I'm saying is, if you're going to search for people, I'll give you a couple of options of people in the crowd, and you can pick. Essentially, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, we'd obviously assign people to the thing that suits them best. But at the moment, we're trying to get this will be after we've had the meeting.
Okay, cool.
Because at the moment we just need to get away from Fleet Waters at the moment. So
okay, that's all I needed to clarify.
You lower those sails. You pick up the you do these things specifically.
Yeah.
So we can set off, taking stock, which I imagine Kethra would be doing. Gruzeel will probably be checking stock, while Alarias is sorting out the heading, and Tim will be dealing with the dead guy with Bloodbeard, and things like that, basically.
Okay, cool. Just wanted to clarify if that was before or after this meeting. Cool.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's fine. You all do your checks and everything, and as we've discussed out of session, stocks and everything are fairly full to the brim. Not really sure where it's all come from. A couple of deckhands sort of say to you, it wasn't from the Cutlass. The fleet officers brought this on.
Those bastards.
That's suspicious. Might want to check some of that stuff. Upon hearing that, I'm probably going to ask Tiff to check that stuff specifically. I assume he's well versed in checking for poisons and things like that.
He can do a check.
Just to make sure it's not dodgy in any way.
Yeah, sure. I'll do that for you. No problem there, Gruzeel.
Thanks, Tiff.
As he does that, can I do a secondary check just to make sure he's actually checking it?
Yeah, sure.
And just to do a magical check, really, I guess.
Perception check to
double checking
watch
the check.
Tiff.
Yeah,
especially considering how fast Tiff is, and then do an Arcana check.
They could have put a scrying thing on it. To be fair.
Yeah, I was thinking object. They can look at object on it.
Yeah.
Okay, that's 9 for perception, 16 for Arcana.
Okay, so Tiff is moving so fast, but he's seen the blue blur you see is going in toward going past every barrel, and there's a barrel shake, but you have absolutely no idea what he's doing. He's too quick. For the Arcana check, you don't sense any magic. There's no magical influence on any of these barrels that you can tell.
Okay. It's safer now.
Okay, we'll just have to keep an eye. Can't really trust, gifts from the enemy.
I think we should have a guinea pig. Someone to test.
I'm
it
sure.
Tastes right.
We could always try Umbra, or I could try one of the animals in the bag.
Oh, yeah, the bag. If you're willing to use a charge, yeah.
Probably not, because I think I've only got one left, and I think until the end of the day, I'd rather keep that one just in case. Tomorrow I will though. Tomorrow I'll
It is nighttime now.
Oh, is it
It is
nighttime
the
now?
evening.
In that case, yeah, I'll do
You
that.
sailed out into moonlight, so it is the evening.
Right. I will summon. I will bring something out of the bag. What is 4? A boar.
Wherever that badger is, it disappears.
Yep. Don't. Kethra had it with her, so I don't know where that went. Yeah.
Dead on the beach.
I will feed the boar some of the food and water, just a bit, just to make sure it's okay.
Yeah, it guzzles it down, like,
Sweet.
animalistically. Doesn't even think about it. Looks at you.
Can I?
Waits for more.
No. Can I just do a check to make, or just inspect to make sure it is okay? There's no anything weird like.
Yeah, do an animal handling check.
To make sure there's no weird reactions or what.
Yeah. Do an animal handling check to see how they are with you.
14.
Yeah, that it's fine. Seem fine. Just wants more food. Just wants more water.
I'll give him a little bit more, just to time over. Just a little bit, not loads.
It's an inanimate thing. It doesn't matter.
It's still a nice thing. He did a good thing. And he didn't die.
Considering how you treated the last one.
Yeah, exactly. And then I'll shovel it to Umbra after.
What are you sending to Umbra, sorry? Oh, the animal?
The boy, yeah.
Excellent.
You need to do what you need to do.
Is there anyone in the brig at the moment? I wouldn't.
No,
I don't think so. Because the only guy we only took one prisoner, and you've got him with you.
Okay.
yeah.
So no, we haven't arrested anybody.
If there's any crew members wandering around, I guess they'll just hear.
I mean, we've told them to stay away from the lowest deck.
Oh, okay. That's for the
So
best.
you
There
should
are
in theory-
no crew members in the lowest deck.
Yeah. I mean, that's where our
Actively
storage.
avoiding it.
It's where our storage is, so you'll see us, but that's about it.
Okay, cool.
And then that's all he was going to do. I'm going to do before the meeting.
Okay. Tim, you're preparing the body.
Yes.
What are you preparing it with?
I mean, wine is the best that we have, right?
Yeah, that's fair.
Doesn't vinegar any better? I don't know.
I think
Wine,
we agreed
vinegar,
last
to
time
me
that
it's
wine
the
and
same
vinegar are the
thing.
same.
Do you
Yeah.
want a pickle? Do you want a pickled one or a sweet smelling one?
To be fair, I suppose it's only apt for blood beer to be preserved in alcohol.
Yeah.
The other thing I'll state is the last body you burned, so having that alcoholic side probably, is somewhat helpful.
That is
Maybe.
That is also very true. Yeah, that is also true.
Okay, cool. So winding them up, you'll do that fine. You've preserved a body before. Yep. Kethra, straight to the war room. Anything else?
Well, she would get her commands to say we're heading north, and just get us up north as far as quick as possible to the crew assembled on the deck.
So they will turn
volunteer as helmsman, and he would probably be just straight up just take up the helm from whoever is doing it.
Perfect. Alwyn knows his way around. Very much a strong helmsman. Happily will barge a deckhand away to take over the role.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just say,
Okay.
you just be like, I'm just taking this now. I know what I'm doing, son.
I got this. Cool. I like it.
And you'd see him with a necklace on him now, where you didn't see it before.
Does he hold the necklace at all when he begins to sail out, or?
No, she's on his chest.
Just on his chest. Cool. Begin to turn. Sails unfurl. The wind lifts you into the forward motion. You are heading north. Alarias, is there anything you quickly want to do?
I can't remember if I did this before, but I want to cast Comprehend Languages and just have a look at Aramon's notebook again.
Okay. Well, you can either do that now or do that later. But I believe I put
Yeah,
the
we can do
document
that
in
later.
chat, didn't I? So the translated document is in chat for you to read.
Oh, okay. That was the new one. Cool.
Because we
Okay.
did, yeah, we have done.
Yeah, the translation has happened. I think Tasker transcribed it.
Ah, there we go,
Yes, because it was in Druidic, yeah.
Yeah, she transcribed it for you. I'm not going to make you take the damage again. That'd be harsh, because Alarias would remember doing that. Right, you're heading north, going to the war room.
And she
Floor
would
is yours.
get Elena and Barry to be aware that we're having a officers meeting.
Okay, so Berry, after like rounding a couple of deckhands up to do the rigging as master rigger, whole new job role. It's like,
Is there like
"Aye,
is
Captain."
there like a master deckhand role, like
No,
leader of the deckhands?
no, that's just kind
That's
of
you.
the quartermaster.
like sec-
Technically, is that?
Just,
Barry is the master rigger, so that's
delegating.
probably as close to.
Yeah, master rigger is the closest you'll get to that.
Right.
Okay, so Berry will start making their way in. Elena will follow you in after you call her. Won't even stop. She'll just tap someone on the shoulder, point up towards the crow's nest, and say, "Now go," and then follow you. So you are in the war room.
Everyone's assembled.
Umbra is the only one not there.
It's fine. Okay.
So
I've
first things
I've
first
taken.
is that we need to head to the wreckage.
Yeah, we do, Captain. There's a special funeral that takes place for Pirate Council members. It has to be done. It's pirate code, and Branimir would have wanted it that way. I mean, Bloodbeard would have wanted it that way.
I mean, it makes sense. Doesn't really, seems only right. He's the admiral after all.
So is this wreckage? Where is it?
Yeah.
You
just like puts his finger on there, like there. It says it. Words.
I see. That is very far away from where I was originally going.
That's true, but we are working on accommodation for you, milady. And if this works out, then
Are we building a new room?
I guess it is no more of a risk than my previous engagement.
precisely. We've got. It's going to be worthwhile, I promise you.
Do a persuasion roll.
Ooh, persuasion. And that is a 17.
Well, Captain, I hope your mouth is as good as your reward.
What did she just say?
I'm sorry, my common is not so great. Your speech is as good as your. It does not matter. You get my point.
Okay. I think so. Captain, I've taken our stock. We have a lot of things. We don't know where it's come from. At first, I thought it was from the Cutlass, but apparently the deckhand said it didn't come from the Cutlass, which would kind of suggest it came from the fleet directly. Tiff and Alarias have checked it over, and I fed some to the boar, and it all seems good. It's fine. Just a little bit weird, to be honest, that we got stuff from the fleet.
Seems that the Commodore is toying with us. He must have guessed our journey time and provisioned us with enough supplies to get us to the wreckage.
I mean, I don't really know, like scale. No, like how long is it roughly going to take us to get from here to the wreckage?
Well, my guess is best part of 2, maybe 3 months.
Well, we have about just over 100 days worth of food and water, so it should be all right. Would be worth obviously keeping stock, making sure we, have enough food and water to keep us going. Our funds probably couldn't work financing food and water for a crew of this size. I mean, we barely covered us. I mean, it was only like 8 of us. So
But that was also a very tight place, wasn't it? Was it not? The slimes had put a squeeze a lot out of the people there and cost them a lot.
maybe.
I think we think we might get a bit cheaper elsewhere, but you're right though, Gruzeel. We'll have to keep fishing and trying to source fresh water as we go, just to make sure we keep up as we go.
I mean, Mr. Beard and between the Mr. Beard, Alwyn, and the lizard guys and Tim, we probably have enough people that can like get the fish and do fishing and what have you. Water's probably going to be more of a problem, I reckon.
We can produce water from the alchemy jug at least.
Oh, can you? How much can you produce?
Fresh, I want to say it's a bunch of gallons a day. One moment, I'll get back to you.
Oh, okay. I don't know how much that's gonna.
8 gallons per day.
How much would that feed? Would that like do the crew for a day?
God, you're asking
don't know how much a
technical
gallon even
questions
is.
about 8 gallons
I
versus
mean,
30 people.
like-
Come on.
I've like a gallon and a half a day.
Okay,
Yeah, but you drink a lot of water.
Yeah, I do.
there's-
drink a lot.
Barrel
so
holds- barrel holds 40
if-
gallons, if that helps.
So if we're talking about that on like terms of what do we call it? Dan not drinking a reasonable amount, half that, and then if you want a half rations, we can half that again. Let's say you're covering, half the crew to the full crew on half rations in one day.
Yeah. I mean, it will slow it down at least. I mean, how many times can you use your jug in a day? 1.
Yeah, once per day.
And that's going to be taken up with wine for a couple of days, a few days.
Well, I mean, we had the wine barrel from the other body.
What with old druid that was in it?
I mean, if you want to use
It's a
that
fine-
one, I will allow it.
It's a fine vintage.
Yeah.
Tell me,
If you want to use that one, it's still there.
Sloppy druid.
You got to let it age a bit more.
Oh, dearie.
This is so
I
cool.
think
You
the
got
Aaron was
old,
aged
you got
enough.
old druid and dirty pirate. That's an interesting mix. Oh, dearie. All right. What I'll try and do then is I'll try to reduce water by at least half each day, assuming we're going to use water from the jug. In terms of fishing, how much do you reckon, if assuming we do what we've said, and we've said Tim,
A
for this
character
bed.
needs 1 gallon of water per day.
so 8
Is
that
the
would
official
be.
metric.
So they'd feed 8 people. So it's not really
8 or 16 on half rations then.
Yeah, so it's not really enough then, really. It's only a quarter. So, yeah, okay. So water's still going to be an issue. If we don't know about Umbra and replicating magic items, do we? Because we could just replicate alchemy jugs.
He hasn't told you about it yet.
He's on
Fishing.
one task at the moment, but
Yeah, no. At least fishing wise. So assuming Tim, Alwyn, and the 4 lizard folk, general day focus. I mean, Alwyn's navigating, but steering is fishing. How much fish do we reckon they would end up catching if that was their sort of day duty?
Okay, so what I'll say is because you've got swim speed characters essentially, they can, by choice, forage by swimming after the fish. It will depend on the waters, on how well that covers, but in some really well flourished waters, you can get probably 2 days worth for this size crew if they all do very well on their checks. Now, on another side note, there are fishing rods, and if you were to fashion nets, there would be the capability of foraging without necessarily having all those people tied up with foraging.
Yeah.
Could I thunder wave to get all the fish?
If you plant yourself in a
Like all the fish in
particularly
the sea.
Yeah.
if you plant yourself in a particular place with a large amount of fish around you and you
Yeah.
thunder wave,
Yeah.
they will all likely die, and you can then take those fish.
Yeah, there you go.
But you will have to be with that collection of fish within that 10, 15 foot radius. I can't remember which it is.
Wasn't there a
it's
cartoon that
15.
did that? They did they threw dynamite in.
15.
But then that's probably all the fish you could ever catch in that one day.
Yeah. Well, no, if I get the guys to scout out where the fish are, no, I'll just thunder wave when we get to it.
I mean, I think a net's probably a good idea to get.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
that's probably a lot easier.
Because we could in theory have a surplus of fish that we could sell.
Yeah.
Become a fishing vessel.
Yeah,
I mean,
I
we've
think
got a long way to go. We'd
we'll
be,
need to-
be A, self-sufficient on food.
Yeah.
And B, have enough goods to trade back. And
we'll need to figure out a way of how we're going to fashion nets, because I don't think we've got anything on us that will let us do that apart from like hammer thing.
You've got spare rope, but that is mainly for the ship, and it's a very chunky rope. You know from general knowledge on fishing, and Tim would know this as well, that fishing nets tend to need to be a lot thinner, and you want a material that's strong while thin. So you're better off
Sails.
probably purchasing either an existing net, or could use sails. That's got its own problems. Slows you down a lot more.
Can I use mending
We have
to
spare
like
sails, right?
put it all together?
You have enough for repairs.
Yeah.
So we've got enough for. Hang on. For
We
So
have, like,
you could use
2.
those for nets, but then you
Yeah,
don't have any
we've
for
got-
repairs.
We've got
Then we have
enough for a
mending.
full. We've got enough for full.
Depends how big the
replacement.
hole is.
We've got enough for full replacement of the main sails, or 10 minor repairs and holes. That's what we've got in terms of sails on our thing.
And
I
if
think
you
it's
were
just- I
to
think it's
create
easier to-
nets for that, you would use that entire material up.
To be honest, it's probably just easier to buy nets. I can't imagine they're expensive. Like if we go to Bosty, I mean, if Bosty has any kind of stores, I'm sure they've got nets.
You could stop off at the black market.
So you're thinking the black market's just going to charge us to the nose.
Could just plunder somewhere. Go old school.
Yeah, I
Find
mean,
an island.
a lot of places will have nets. I mean, what we should have done was taken it from Elena. I'm sure Elena's place would have had nets. Actually, we might pass that on the way.
Depends.
I want-
If you go, so I'll just say now.
That was this one, wasn't it? Or no, that wasn't
not
on the map. Like it was like here.
So if you guys go basically like this,
Yeah.
so around
Yeah.
the center circle like this,
Yeah.
and then like this, that'll be 3 months. If you guys go up, out, and round, that's probably going to add another month, maybe half a month, based on how wind speeds of your journey.
Yeah. I mean, I think the plan is to just beeline to Bosty and then.
Well,
from
that's what we're
Bosty-
discussing now.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But do we know? Okay. What do we know about Bosty?
It's where
Been there. Gruzeel hasn't been there. Kethra's been there. Actually, Kethra is the most explored of Bosty. Alarias has some fragmented memories of Bosty. Kethra, I believe what you know is that there is a north town and a south town.
Mhm.
The north town has a tavern. It has
Yes, she
a
remembers that metaphor very
blacksmiths, a port of its own, which I believe also has a fishery. The south town has a tavern, a fishery, and what's the other thing? Inn? I think it was an inn. Or fabrics. Might have been fabrics. Clothing. Was.
I mean, in theory, either of the fisheries will have nets.
Mm.
Whether they're willing to sell them or not is a matter.
So you're saying, so you're saying we scavenge as we are to Bosty, and then in Bosty we procure nets and procure some other bits and pieces.
Yeah, that's my thought.
That works.
I mean, does that say Tim? Just before Bosty? What does that
Tim's
say?
Island.
Yeah.
Tim's Island.
Is that Tim's Island?
That's where Tim was found.
So, I mean,
And
So Tim's Island,
and what's
Kethra's
his
Island.
place?
does
Is,
Tim's place have any nets? I mean, surely because it was a village of Tortles. Surely they'd have something like that. It's all fishing.
Sorry, what's this? Nets and stuff?
Yeah, like in your island, like with your village, surely you would have had
The
things.
village
like...
was kind of burnt to the ground.
It burnt to the ground.
all right. I forgot about that.
But I mean, we did leave that guy there. He might have
Yeah,
fashioned nets.
Benjamin. Actually, you know what? It's worth a check-in. It's worth a check-in for Benjamin.
Tim would definitely be for checking in.
Yeah.
Are there
Hey,
any
you guys
small-
tell me where you want to go.
Are there any small peasant villages between here and there? Because I think we should
Well,
raid someone.
I mean, if we make a straight
I
line
can-
and we see an island nearby, I think it's worth
Yeah.
doing it.
Like,
maybe.
Elena, as you said, Elena's thing we didn't even know about.
Yeah.
That wasn't even on the map, so we could find another thing like that. I mean, if we do pass Elena's island, it's a good place because that had a wrecked ship. That digging through that
we
might
scavenge
find.
stuff off that.
Yeah,
you
we
did
got
scavenge it.
sails.
But we didn't look for like nets and stuff. We didn't look for that kind of.
I would have told you if there were nets. There were no nets.
Yeah.
Fine.
I think that's where you found the fishing rods.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and we got
That makes
sails and
Makes sense.
I will say now, you will not go past her island if you go straight to Bosty.
I mean, yeah. If we find another
We
island,
don't
then
need
we'll.
to then.
Yeah. I think that will be our plan. I think if Bosty doesn't provide isn't useful.
We head to
What?
Tim's Island. Sorry, we head to Tim's
Yeah.
Island.
Yeah, we'll
And
head to Tim's
then-
Island. We'll see what we can do from
So
there.
you're going to the island of Tortilla.
Yeah. Then we'll go
Yeah.
to Bosty afterwards.
tortilla chips.
Right, so the plan is to make a heading for Tortilla. You mark it on your map. So that's Tim's Island, as previously marked. Okay. So let me just see the
any other
heading.
business that we need to discuss as the
Is there any other business?
crew?
There is one thing I want to bring up, but I might wait until Barry and Elena leave.
They're all part opposites, mate.
What the fuck was up with Zorro?
Oh, yeah.
Do you mention that before they leave, or
No, they don't.
what do you mean, Zorro?
They're all part of our crew.
Exactly. Yeah. And I mean,
Mm.
Barry's also
Who
like.
is this
already-
Zorro character? I have never heard of him.
He's
Oh, he's no one on point.
He's this
He-
guy with green hair with like how many swords? Was it 2 swords? I can't remember if it was 2 or 3.
He was a good fighter.
Green hair.
It was pretty lackadaisical, if you ask me.
Wait, did you say green hair?
Yeah, bit of a snake, really.
He got stuck in a bum hole.
Well, I
He
remember
saved
that.
me.
Gosh,
Save me
that
from
is
the bum.
most interesting. Where was he from?
The
I
Fiamma
forgot.
K.
Kenshima?
Kenshima, yeah, that's
Rob.
the name.
All right.
He was a eunuch from Kenshima, so
Oh
and for some reason it turned his hair green, but but
His hair was
bizarrely-
green when I met him, so he must have been a eunuch from very young.
Oh, you know
Yeah.
Zorro?
I was born in Kenshima.
Oh wow.
Oh,
okay.
but your hair's not green.
I left there very young. No, not everybody's hair is green. Zorro was a particular character in our little island. A bit of an outcast, actually.
That makes sense. He's
He
very.
seemed to be controlled by the Commodore.
Controlled.
He was expressionless and moving as if commanded to do so. Because normally he talks about this bullshit, that bullshit, and he didn't say anything.
Fellow was his eyes.
no bullshit.
I didn't really see his eyes.
Did I see his eyes? I can't remember.
I think
Saw his eyes.
Someone said
And
that
they
he had
were?
cat eyes. Was it Tim? That's right.
Snake-like.
Was
They
it
were
Tim that saw
snake
it?
eyes.
Snake-like eyes. And you're sure of this?
I mean, I've said a lot of things about Zoro, but I wouldn't lie about that.
Snake-like eyes is a mark of terrible, terrible things. There were tales in Kenshima of snake-like eyes, and they were terrifying. A creature, some kind of demon or some sort, it ruined our island. Or so the tale says. It was fought off by a single samurai, and he fought it well. But you're telling me that the tales are true? He has snake eyes?
He might
I
be
mean-
possessed by the demon. He did
Either
give off a
way.
demonic presence.
I thought it was a tale. Demons are not normal.
Either way, he has the sword of the captain who used to control this ship.
Oh yes, you were
Crossbones
telling me
dude.
the ghost man, right?
Yeah,
Is that it?
Crossbones dude.
Right.
So he has a sword of that guy, snake-like eyes, and he seems to be a puppet of or a pet of the Commodore. So either the fleet control these demons, or worse, I don't know. But it's not good
That is
news.
incredibly odd. I have never heard of such control of the fleet owning demons. It is, well, that is that is a terrifying thought.
It does make you wonder how many people they have control of. If they had, seems a bit worrying that they can just control. And, I mean, Zoro was a lot of things, but I don't think he was a traitor. It must be against his will, and he didn't know about it, which means anyone could, be similarly inflicted without knowing.
He was honorable in combat, from what I remember, at least
he was a
very
bit of
recently.
he was a snake the whole way through, to be honest.
He saved my
changed
life.
since.
Although the Commodore, interestingly, did know your bullet trick.
What?
You know, when I
Sliced a
shot-
bullet?
Yes.
I have not met anyone who could slice a bullet.
And
I
he
have
had
heard tales of Hyaris Tsuro being able to slice a bullet. I have not. The Commodore could do this.
with a rapier as well, which is quite impressive,
This is an incredible trick for a swordsman.
especially like a dual one.
And he wasn't even aware of me at the time.
That
And
is.
it was a really good shot, to be fair.
That is terrifying. I have not heard of such ability apart from what I trained myself to do, or what I have known tales of the great swordsman of the ocean to do. This is remarkable. He is not to be messed with. Well, at least not yet, anyway. When I am stronger, I'm sure I will be able to fight him myself. But for now, I think it is probably wise that we are going a different direction.
He
Definitely.
did seem to also speak familiarity of a member of Bloodbeard's crew.
That is a
Oh.
traitor. Well, is that not Zoro? From what you have said?
Seems
Possibly.
like someone who was part of Bloodbeard's crew even before Zoro was a part of it.
I mean, I guess it
Oh.
would make sense. It would make sense to have a. It would make sense to have a backup, I suppose.
That is.
Okay, I've got to stop you guys. Fuck.
Was he going to confess?
Boom! Look at Alarias.
Your sins, you monster!
I've got to confess something.
Huh.
I know how it's going to sound.
Alright.
And trust me, I have no knowledge of it right now. Obviously, having lost my memories, I don't know what I did before. But as we arrived on that beach, the Commodore did send a telepathic message to me, basically saying that I was the traitor and that he was expecting me to give up Bloodbeard.
Uh,
But, I mean, you got to trust me that I had no knowledge of this. I lost my memories. I don't remember what happened, what I did before. Obviously, he used Zoro as the informant.
so it sounds like Zoro was the The backup.
Yeah.
3 leaps over the table at you,
This is why I wanted to wait until he was gone.
slams you into the back, draws a dagger to your neck. You traitor! You did this! You did this to Bloodbeard!
Barry, put your
Yeah.
blade down.
Give him to Umbra.
Go on,
He's a
Barry.
traitor!
Insubordination.
I'm a traitor. Do it. Come on.
Barry, put
You
your
really
blade
want to
down.
do this? Is this really going to help you, Barry? Do it.
Dagger
Slit my throat.
presses onto
Oh
your
my
neck,
God.
This isn't going to give you any justice.
Zorro,
and you just
Zorro.
feel a slight bleed or trickling of blood as it comes down.
Barry, Zorro is the traitor that ultimately killed Bloodbeard.
Well,
2 points of damage there, Dan, by the way.
Okay, I'll take it. I mean, I have to.
Zorro is the man who ultimately killed Bloodbeard, not Alarias here.
You just heard him confess.
And we've all been here together the whole way through without Bloodbeard. Alarias was in no way able to communicate to the Commodore about what our plans were because he didn't really know when or what was going on.
How do we
Only
know
Bloodbeard
that?
knew.
He's a magic person. You don't know what he can do. I don't even know what he can do. The knife presses.
He shoots
more.
fire.
Okay, yeah, okay, Barry. Don't try your luck. Come on. No one wants to get hurt here.
So 1 more point.
I mean, I'm gonna try and like
It's gonna go
separate
down.
them. I'm gonna try and separate them. Like,
Okay,
separate
do a
them.
grapple check.
It's go bad. Barry, trust me.
Oh, that was a good. What is that?
Persuasion roll from Kethra, please.
The Commodore, when I was there, watching Bloodbeard die, the Commodore was complaining to Bloodbeard that his informant, which is now Alarias, as he's confessed, was ignoring him, not responding to him, realizing that Alarias was part of a new crew,
He's a new man.
and that's why he had to pick Zorro. He had to choose Zorro to be the new informant. Alarias
Barry,
was not
yeah.
part of this.
Okay,
I love
persuasion
Bloodbeard
with
as much as
advantage.
you did.
Ooh, advantage. For
I
15.
that's
15.
15.
Persuasion.
He drops the knife, keeping it firmly gripped in his hand. Looks at Alarias dead in the eye. I'm keeping my eye on you. Once a traitor, always a traitor.
I mean, you know, regardless of the threats and stuff, it would.
He leaves the war room. He's done.
Oh, bye, Barry. I mean, it's probably more for your own safety, Alarias, but we should probably keep some kind of tabs on you just to make sure you don't, you know, do anything weird, unbecoming.
Okay.
to us.
Okay, but I'm telling you the truth. I lost my memories. I don't have any recollection of ever doing it.
That may be true, but if you do regain your memories, we don't want you to kind of like, I don't know, decide you want to betray us again.
I mean, the guy's dead. I don't think. I'd want to betray you guys.
I don't think Zorro did either. But, you know, if we got to put the safety of the crew, you know, first. Don't kill us. Please.
I'd never do such a thing, Gruzeel.
Elena puts a hand on your shoulder and just goes, I am sorry that you have to hear such a past of yourself. But we are the people we are now, not what we were.
Exactly.
That is at least what I am trying to come to terms with.
Yeah. So,
Looks over at Gruzeel.
What a bitch.
Yes, Alarias. She's right.
Okay. She puts her face in her hands and just looks over at the captain and goes, "Is there any other business, Captain?"
Give to the floor. Any other to discuss before we head our way to Bosti?
I guess, just so you know, I'm gonna go through our new crew members. You know, find out things about them, how they are, who they are, and things like that. We kind of did a bit of a rush job to get out of fleet area, but it would be an idea to like assign people to jobs that better fit them. I guess that was it.
I'm just telling you now. I probably won't be working with this lizard people.
Okay. I mean,
Can't say I'm a fan.
What's wrong with the lizard people?
You know, they might have some strength, but I don't want to be staring that in the eye.
Well, to kind of agree with Alarius' point, I have heard they eat other people. It's a little bit ghastly for my eyes.
That's just a myth.
No, I have seen it. It is terrifying.
I mean, I don't eat other people, and I'm kind of like a lizard person.
Yes.
Although
No, you are fine, Gruzeel. You're fine, Gruzeel. It's I have met some lizard folk before, and fallen comrades have been chewed down to the bone by them, and it's not very gratifying.
Look, it's a practical thing. It's not anything personal. Just so you know.
No, I'm not judging. I just kind of agree. Working with them in close quarters when they're looking at you like a meal is a little bit terrifying. I totally understand.
Make sure they get their food, otherwise they could turn to.
Yes, I agree. Make sure they are well fed.
Okay.
They can have half my portion.
Just let Tiff know, I guess. You know, if you want to do that.
Whatever helps. You get the sense she's had a really bad experience with this folk before.
Oh yeah.
It'll be fine, Elena.
I mean, Alwyn seems to have a good rapport. So, and he's not a lizard man. He's a beard man.
He's a shirtless man.
And I think he has gills, because he was like underwater for a long time.
Okay, Captain, I have very important business to be getting back to. Can I just... Have we all done? Anything else?
If there's anything else to discuss, I think you just come to me personally then.
Cool. Great. Au revoir. She leaves.
Bye, Elena.
Goodbye, Gruzeel. Walks out the door.
Hope she's okay.
I think you should be worried about yourself, Alarias. Like, Barry didn't seem to like you very much.
That's why I didn't want to tell him, but I should have waited.
Give Barry to Umbra. We need to assure his loyalty. There's only one way to do it.
If he oversteps his mark,
I guarantee he'll come back out loyal to you.
Oh my god.
No.
He might have to take a firebolt.
Oh,
he oversteps his mark.
Not gonna threaten Barry.
Just make sure your room is locked. I
have had Elena bursting into my room at middle of the night, so
I mean, that's just a bit too much information, really. Okay.
Oh no, I wouldn't. She's not an elf, so.
Oh. Okay. Okay.
Pure blood,
Alright, do any other business from you guys? We'll just make our heading for Tortle Island and be on our way.
Alright. Yeah.
Straight to Tortilla?
Yes.
To Tortilla.
Okay. Who's So when you do your looking around for people who can do certain jobs for the ship, assumingly you do this in the morning or you do this day after, that kind of thing.
Yeah, I'll let people kind of get used to the ship for the first, because it's the night time anyway. So I wouldn't do it then. I would do it in the morning.
Actually, that's a good point as well. What kind of pace are you making? Are you going all-nighters, or is the plan to just sail during the day, single helmsman at night, perhaps, or...
We do what we did before, so Gruzeel would carry on doing his night shift with...
Well, you wouldn't need to now, because we've got crew to do that.
You've got crew for that.
That's true. Yeah, then yeah. I know, but I think it's worth having, like, an able-bodied person.
Yeah, well, we would have... Yeah, so we would have, like... So, like, having an officer...
Yeah.
Available, but you won't necessarily have to be... You could be on call.
Yeah.
But you don't have to be sailing. You don't have to be on the helm itself.
Oh, okay. So I'm still awake, but just not on the helm.
Yeah, because we have enough crew to do all the roles that we were doing. So the awkward ass things we were doing, where say Alarias was on the helm, where everyone else was having to sort something out. We don't have to do that anymore.
Yes. Oh yeah, okay. So yeah, that's fine. And Gruzeel will still be asleep for an extra 2 hours. Was it 2 hours we did? In the morning. So if he ever gets that.
4 hours.
Yeah, but it's. But yeah, so we'll carry on doing that then. So I guess Gruzeel would take the first shift on deck, and Alarias would take the second one. Oh.
Well, to get everybody in a reasonable amount of sleep, do you want to split it up even more between you guys, or
I'm just wondering
because nobody has to be like stretching themselves out pretty thin for sailing the ship?
I mean, we could split it out between us, Gruzeel, Alarias, and Kethra.
You need 3 of you.
Theory.
Yeah.
Just an offer.
Yeah.
And then that way, yeah, I don't have to do the
2 hours of
2 hours
dead
thing,
time.
because that's a pain in the bum. He never gets it. He never gets his 2 hours. Yeah, we'll do that then. I think because I haven't got dark vision, what it might be worth doing is having Gruzeel start, Alarias be in the middle, and Kethra be at the end, because the beginning and the end, in theory, will be lighter than the one in the middle. And do it that way. Was it 2 hours each, I guess?
So Alarias
Yeah.
will be 4 hours because of his
Yeah.
trancing skills. You'll be 2 hours, and Kethra will be 2 hours.
Cool. All right. The question is, do we trust Alarias enough?
Oh,
Do the
come
night shift.
on. He was honest.
Fine.
All right.
I trust
Just
Alarias.
put it out. Just put
It's
it out
only
there.
it's only when he gets
But
his memories back.
Exactly.
That's when you shouldn't trust.
But then would we know, and would he tell us? You know.
Well, we would know because he's subbed into the
Yeah.
Umbra.
Oh yeah. So if
Yeah.
we know that
testing
potion works,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okie doke. So, of the people that you meet for possible jobs on the ship, so I think I've got this right. You're missing a carpenter / a surgeon, which is basically someone who is very familiar with like the wood and the actual repairing of the ship. Master Gunner you've currently got as a swordsman, so I don't know if you want to change that or not.
Yeah, if there's someone who's better at that, that might be better.
Is there any other backup characters would fit?
I mean, we'd have to see who they are.
From what I can tell you, from those I know about, not really. No, from the ones that have been sent to me so far, no, not really.
Ooh, I just thought of one off the top of my head.
You can't have 3, Haiss.
Uh,
Two's reasonable. 3's ridiculous.
Can you sub me one?
yeah, I was thinking like an Iron Man character, like a Warforged, and use the Artificer for like the artillery one.
Isn't there Oh no,
That's in the Arcana.
Yeah,
No.
Iron Man, just think about it, you can do
it. Can you go to the ship map, because that's where I've got all the crew written?
Yes,
I'm
I
gonna
can.
want to put that.
Obviously, Alwyn is not going to be on here.
No, but I think I've got a thing for like.
No, as in Alwyn's image is not going to be on here.
Oh,
I
so,
just,
yeah.
I'm lazy like that.
Still got pigs.
So you've listed what you've got.
Yeah, so we've got how many? So deckhands. Come on, right.
Essentially, helmsman. So Alwyn can cover the helmsman.
Oh yeah, helmsman.
You're missing a carpenter.
Helmsman is ALWIN, right?
Why?
ALWYNN.
It's
And
Welsh.
deckhands we have 22.
Everyone that doesn't have a role is a deckhand. You have 30 crew.
Yeah,
Can't
1, 2,
be asked
3,
to do the
4,
maths.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 11. 21.
21.
21
21.
deckhands. What I'm going to do actually, I'm going to separate lizard folk out. Lizard folk 4, because they do different. They essentially do different things.
Racist.
Essentially, we need a carpenter. Car. And what other roles do we need filled?
So,
Okay, so you've got your captain, you've got your quartermaster, you've got your bosswain, you've got your doctor, you've got your chef, you've got a master rigger, even though you didn't need that. You've got your master of arms, but your master of arms is currently a swordsman, so you have the choice on whether you want to change that
she's
or
still
not.
the best we've got. That's not me. It's not Kethra.
Yeah, you know, explore the crew. It's up to you. I'll tell you what the options are, and then you can decide what you want to do. Yeah, you need a carpenter, who's a person who repairs the ship.
Is it specifically the ship, like ship work?
Well, it's someone who's good with woodwork, essentially.
I mean, we do have lost like 20. The hull has lost 20 HP, so it needs fixing.
I think he could Umbra do it because he is good at like tinkering and stuff.
Oh, Umbra could probably do it. I mean, your main thing is potions and stuff, but you're handy with tinker's tools, so you could probably do it.
I don't think
it's whether or not you'd want to.
He won't want to do it. So,
No.
but yeah, our character he could probably do it.
I don't think we'd want Umbra to do anything too important.
That's fine.
Either. So
He's fine being in the imaginary role of
assistant surgeon.
Just don't tell him it's imaginary.
the imaginary of mortician.
Oh yeah, we should
To
probably
be fair, you do need someone to dispose of bodies if someone dies at sea or whatever. So,
But that wouldn't be
Just
you.
throw him
still.
overboard.
That still
Dear
wouldn't
God.
be Umbra.
oh, who said
He
throw
wouldn't
him
get the
overboard?
job done.
Pollution. Well, he would eventually. He'd recycle them.
Okay, so you can have a first mate. It's up to you if you do or not. They are another good way to rouse the crew. Also very good at dealing with certain jobs when the captain can't.
I think that's also a good NPC. One of our NPC people.
I agree. I can think of someone for a first mate, so
Yeah.
I'd suggest you could leave that open.
I'll
I'll put
on this 2-month trip to come across an island.
It's
where
funny
has
that
some
you
of
should
these
suggest such a
people
thing.
thing on?
Perhaps it might happen.
So carpenter and first mate are the only things we need filling there. Basically, we've got everything.
Yeah,
else.
you can have a swabby. It's up to you if you want to.
I mean, I clan that.
You can just put that to the deckhands, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, and apart from that, you are pretty much covered.
Sweet.
I'll leave the spaces empty then, so that we know that those things are filled.
Cool.
Do any of the deckhands fill the carpenter role?
Okay, so you meet a few. One of them's name is Daward. And he's a little halfling fella. He's like, oh, hello. How are you doing?
I'm good. Thank you.
I was just looking at your mask there. It's a little bit shabby.
Oh, I mean,
Like it could use I'm not here to, overstep my bounds or nothing, but it could use a little bit of work, a little bit of finesse.
I Okay. As in what?
Well, you know, a little bit of varnish, a little bit of foiling down, get rid of those splinters. You know, you got a lot of riggers climbing up that thing. You don't want it necessarily ruining.
But then if you like file it too much when it like fall down.
Oh no, never foil it too much. You want the right amount of touch, a gentle caress almost.
I don't. Okay. I mean, caressing masts are kind of things you do in your own time, but it's good to know.
Don't understand what you mean.
Okay, that's fine.
Oh, goodbye.
See you later, Doward. I will.
Howard.
Doward. I'm not very good with names.
Another one you meet is a tabaxi. They're sort of looking over the bow of the ship, looking out, really looking. Oh, that's the other thing. You don't have a lookout.
Isn't that in the
So
crow's
someone in the crow's nest.
Currently
You can just have a
named
deckhand
both
do it. It's
girls.
up to you if you want someone like consistently there.
Yeah, it might be
Must
worth
be a
having.
rotation of deckhands.
It can be rotation of deckhands.
If we do find someone who's like very good at that kind of thing.
I mean,
worth
it's what Elena will do if we have an actual master
it's true.
master of arms.
So this this tabaxi, anyway, black fur, very Persian-looking kind of cat, kind of comes over to you and is like, "You are the quartermaster."
That's what they call me. Well, they call me Gruzeel, but I.
Great.
Yes.
Great. Is there any chance we could get a bow somewhere?
Bow.
Yes, I am. I am no good in a fight close up, and pistols do not feel right to me.
Oh.
Trust me, I could kill many men
We don't
with
really
just
have
a bow.
It's good to know. We don't really have any, but if we come across someone that has one, we could procure it from them, in one fashion or another. Whether especially if they stop breathing and they don't need it anymore, then we could take it and then
Gets really close to you,
okay.
and the tail kind of almost wraps round the shoulder, patting you on the shoulder, and just goes, "That is enough for me. Please keep an eye out."
Okay, how good at you? I got an idea. Wait a minute. I'll be back later. Stay there.
I am not going to go anywhere.
Excellent, because
I don't like swimming.
that's
At all.
understandable, because the whole cat thing. That makes sense.
You can leave now.
Oh yeah, okay then. See you later, cat person.
Goodbye.
Walks off. He's going to get a stone, by the way, from somebody. Probably one of Umbra's stones, because he seems to always have stone. So he's gonna go to, at some point when he's spoken to everybody, he's gonna go to get a stone from Umbra.
Right. Good.
It'll be a magic stone if you get it from him. So it
That's
does
fine.
damage if you.
That's fine.
The next person you meet is a Goliath.
Oh my god.
Very large, huge dude.
Yeah.
Wearing rags of clothing, not very covered up. And he comes up to you and he's like, I need a hammer. A big one.
I don't really have one.
You're quartermaster, right?
Yes.
Where's stocks? Armory?
We don't really have an armory.
Do we have any weapons on this ship?
Oh, we do have an armory, but there's nothing in it.
There is stuff in it.
Is there stuff in it? We haven't got weapons in it.
Yeah, we've got weapons. We've got tridents. There's the fishing rods. There's the ammo for the mangonel and the crossbow.
We have a
Just give him a fishing rod.
we have a trident.
Have to do.
Okay.
Tree lifter, and he puts his arm out. He clasps, and you feel the bone-breaking strength as he holds onto it.
That's a grip. A very good grip.
Well, I earned the name Tree Lifter. How do you think I earned it?
Is it literal?
You're not very intelligent, are you?
I mean, I don't really deal with trees as such.
Yes, it's literal. And he lets go, and he's like, let me know when you have a hammer.
Why do you need a hammer?
A big one.
Why?
It's my thing.
That's not really a good enough reason.
Starts walking away.
Well, the insubordination from these guys, man.
He's definitely not getting it. Okay.
Gruzeel doesn't really have an air of authority yet.
No.
You're finding.
Gruzeel, you have a friend. He's on the lower deck.
I know. Well, yeah. Okay, there you go. Is that all the is that our option?
Sorry. You meet a human.
Yeah.
And he's like, ha! Well met. My name is Alarias.
Hmm.
How are you today, fine dragon friend?
I'm fine. My name is Gruzeel. I am the quarter.
Gruzeel, well met. I believe you are an officer on this ship, correct?
That is right. Yes.
Well, I at attention, sir.
That's yes. Sure.
Could you let me know when we have any armor in? I'm in dire need. They took my last plate mail and, well, I'm finding I feel a little bit naked without it.
I mean, we do have some that we recently procured. I can see if our mortician is in need of it.
Great!
What armor did he have?
Wonderful! You're doing an excellent job.
What armor did he have? Was it plate?
He said plate. He used to have plate, yeah.
The guard.
Oh, no, the guard, sorry. The guard had leather.
Oh, did he? Oh, I mean, what kind of armor are you after?
Heavy. Plate. Something that I can withstand a blast from a great dragon's breath.
I mean, we could test that, but okay. Good to know.
And he bashes you on the shoulder and he's like, you are a funny one, quartermaster.
Cute, I guess.
I like you.
If I find any armor, I'll pass it your way.
Great. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Okay. It's okay.
He goes back to his duties, and he's doing them very, very strictly, like almost with an OCD-like nature. He's very much particular.
Handy. All right. I'm gonna get a stone. I'm gonna pass it to the tabaxi. Go. See that bird? Can you hit that bird with this stone?
He hits it. The bird, like...
I mean, it's a magic stone as well, so it deals damage.
It does extra damage, yeah. It does a d6 plus your spellcast. Oh, plus my spellcaster modifier.
It's a fair amount. So the bird probably explodes if it hits it.
Yep.
Just a ball of feathers, just slowly falling.
Now, I can't really promise anything yet.
See.
We are potentially in need of someone to man, those.
I told you I am not a fan of guns, but I will,
I mean, they're not guns.
These
They're like
ballistas...
they're like big crossbows.
I could work with these.
Excellent. Well, I have to
You can guarantee a good few hits with me.
It's good enough. I'll talk to the captain and make sure she's okay with that.
Sounds like a good favor to me. You're pretty alright. And he starts going back to duties this time.
Okay. What was the first do? Well, he was basically the carpenter. I can't remember what the first one said now.
Wheatley.
They're not the only people you've met. So just the quicker rundown. So you also meet a glistening skinned, very loose clothing with eyes of almost like gold and blonde hair flowing. And it's very it's hard not to look at them. Like they are very tantalizing, especially in the sun. It's difficult to look away, and they're just doing a job. They're tying some knots, they're getting ready, and they look over at you and they just say, I'm not sure if you're aware, but we're heading north, right?
That's correct. I mean, more like northeast. But yes.
I see. Any chance we're ever stopping off at Merikau? I'm from a monastery there, and I'd like to tell them that I'm okay. I haven't been there in many months. Possibly years, actually.
I mean, you could talk to the Botswain. He's like a magic dude. He can probably magically.
Oh, really?
He can magically talk to people.
Oh.
Wait, what race is he? What race did you say he was?
He's an ASMR.
He's slightly racist, but it should be okay. You look, you're not you don't look like me, so.
I'm sure I can probably win him over.
Okay. Then yeah, go talk to Alarias. He might be able to help you with that.
When he leaves, he is incredibly quick. Much quicker than most of the others you've seen so far.
Was that? Because I need to relay back to Kethra about.
So maybe good for a job in regards to needing speed or anything like that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think what that would be. The rigger. The lookout just stays there. So there's nothing really in here that's speed needed.
Yeah.
Yes. Good to know. Some. Class.
And sorry, you meet one more halfling, and he's wearing a decorated sort of hat with a large purple feather poking out the end of it, a loose shirt, a rapier by his side, and a strap. And you hear him he's not actually working. He's just got a 1 foot on a very small box, talking and distracting a bunch of deckhands, going, "Ha ha! And you should have seen him. He never saw me coming. I moved fast, quick, lightning. He never expected it when I slit his throat. And that was the end of the tyrannical leader of the Hole in the Hill." And you can see they're all quite happy to hear the story. Some of them start clapping. And then he turns around and sees you, and they all scamper away, and he's like, "Ha! I'm sorry, dear fellow, I've forgotten your name."
Gruzeel.
That's the ticket. One of the officers, something, quartermaster.
That's the one, yes.
Aye, of course. You are a stallion of a Dragonborn, aren't you?
Isn't a stallion a horse?
Aye, it is, but it's a great horse, and you're a great Dragonborn, right?
Yeah, but I'm not a horse.
Well, they say flattery gets you everywhere. I was just trying to lift in the morale. You know, get these old these hands moving faster for you.
I see.
You can see he's got like a really sort of cheeky grin
Yeah.
to him. His moustache is twizzled, and he's got a small goatee.
Did he shave that while he was a prisoner? Anyway.
Good question. Where's he got the rapier and the hat?
Huh. I didn't know that you had a weapon. Were you a prisoner, or did you come from the Cutlass?
Oh no, I was a prisoner.
Where'd you get this stuff from?
Oh, I have quick hands. Don't worry, I'll never steal off you.
I mean, you probably shouldn't, because Kethra really doesn't like that. And
No, I've learnt my lesson from the last time. I'm not gonna get locked up again.
Yeah, because we had like a thief before.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Wasn't very good then, was he? Where is he? I'll show him a thing or two.
The Toad Father has him. A moment.
I'm sorry, who?
The Toad Father. He's like.
Rings a bell.
still-
Rings a bell. Can't
So-
get it. It's something. No, hold on. I got it. Frog person, right?
Yes.
That's it.
That wasn't pleasant. He's probably dead now. Fair.
Well, win some, lose some. But I mostly win.
Okay. As long as you're like helping out, that's fine. You know, talk and work at the same time. Because, you know, it's a crew. If you're not pulling your weight, then, well, the ship will be pulling you along more than anything.
Of course, sir. Captain will not be disappointed in me.
Too late.
Okay.
I'm gonna get to work. Right, yes, of course. Ha! Look at me. Shoving my mouth off. Right, off we go. Starts walking off and starts tying a knot. Keeps, like, looking over at you. Check you're still watching.
We're gonna have to sort that one out. All right. I'm gonna relay. I'm gonna go talk to Kethra. Talk about fancy halfling, lazy fuck, lazy aff. I'm gonna talk to Kethra about these people. I can't remember the Jew would the first one we spoke to. Doward. He
The Wheatley.
he wanted the
Carpenter.
yeah, he's a carpenter dude, isn't he?
He wanted
That was-
varnish.
Oh yeah, for the Mast though. But he's
Mm.
basically, you know, probably the most qualified, at least for the moment. So I'm gonna say, look, I found someone who potentially be a carpenter. I mean, he was talking about rubbing his mast, but okay. We have a dude that wants a big hammer. A guy that wants plate armor, which, you know, if we find it, we find it. If we don't, whatever.
If you get a plate
That's
on one, I'm
about it.
getting it first.
You know, Captain makes sense. We got obviously the Azamar that seems to move very quickly, so it could be useful if, as a, you know, someone who has to run around the crew and wake everybody up potentially.
Or scouts, maybe, or a overnight made person.
Could
Sure.
be. We have a really lazy dude.
We got a Zorro, have we?
Kind of. I mean, I've told you before, I had my own business. Oh, sorry. I had my own business. You've got to worry about your employees sometimes. They've got to make sure they pull their weight. Especially, you know, in a small company. Because there's no point having dead weight. You know.
And if he's dead weight.
I mean, if he's going to be a dead weight, we might as well use him as an anchor. You know.
Or as an experiment for Umbra.
Potentially.
Yes.
Yes.
Now,
Do it.
is he dead weight?
At the moment. But we'll see if he starts to work. If I catch him again, I will
What's his
offer
name?
him. I relay his name because I've forgotten it.
I didn't tell you his name, but he would have introduced himself.
Alright.
Or you would have heard him say, as in part of his tale, his name is Tiberius Deepmound.
I That sounds like an innuendo.
Isn't it? Or is it?
He seems to be another Johnny Four Fingers type, but less useful.
Expendable.
Yes.
Actually, I can give you all their names quickly. So the ASMR speedy person is Hark Synthesis.
Hark?
Synthis.
Synthis.
The person who wanted to play armor is Artorius Drake.
Yep.
The Goliath just called himself Tree Lifter. And then there was Doward. And the Tabaxi, he just called himself Archer.
Arch. Alright, Arch. Tabaxi. What was the half? I missed the half, the lazy guys. What was his?
Tiberius Deep Mound.
Tiberius Deep Mound.
Deep Mound is one word.
Yep. And I'll talk about the Tabaxi, because as great as Elena is, she's a melee fighter, not a archer, shooter person. Whereas this Tabaxi hit a bird with a stone and it exploded. Granted, it was one of Umbra's stones. But so she might be better use at Master at Arms while Elena goes back to Lookout.
Yeah. I think.
But I would much rather Elena carry on being an officer. I don't know about this archer dude yet. I'd rather he wouldn't.
Maybe keep Elena as Master of Arms, but have this Archer as a second in command. I don't know what we would call.
So in good old pirate days, the Master of Arms could have a mate, which would essentially be their apprentice. The Surgeon could have a mate, which would essentially be their apprentice. And I think it was the Chef and the Carpenter can also have mates, other than the Captain. The Captain has their first mate. So those are all the mates, basically, in a list.
So Archer can be the Master of Arms' mate.
But Master of Arms mate to be Archer. Elena will be Master of Arms. I'm going to put her as a / lookout.
Yeah.
Carpenter, I guess, will assign Doward. D-A...
D-O-W-A-R-D. Basically Howard, but with a D.
Oh. Doward. Okay. I actually have an idea for the lazy dude, Tiberius. Something to kick him into gear is to make him Tiff's assistant.
Okay.
Because I tell you what, Tiff will literally run circles around him. Won't let him take a break.
I was also thinking of scaring him by taking him to the morgue.
Well, we'll say we could give him to Tiff first, and if that fails, we'll give him to Umbra.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna do Chef, mate. I guess Tiberius. Deep.
And you can give Tiff the extreme instructions to keep Tiberius busy.
Yes, definitely. Yeah, and obviously pre-warn him that he's a lazy, so just always keep an eye on him.
So what you're telling me here is we're fucking with this guy, right?
I mean, he's a lazy guy.
Okay, come on. Give me this chance. I'm fucking with him, right?
Hey, it's your responsibility.
Oh, he's gonna peel so many potatoes.
That's fine. Whatever you need him for, and if he's not doing a good enough job, make sure he's aware that dead weight goes to Umbra.
No, definitely can do that, Gruzeel. I got this covered. Don't you worry about it, alright? He'll be in ship shape in no time.
Fantastic, Tiff.
Oh, I'm gonna have fun with this boy.
Keep up the good work.
Yeah, aye.
And then yeah, I'll just keep an eye, a note of that tree lifter wants a big hammer. Artorias wants plate armor. Hark wants to talk to the church. Wants to talk to.
So he wants to go visit his monastery, which is in Merikal, or somehow get a message to them that he's okay.
Monastery called. Sorry, say that called what? Oh, in where? Sorry, in
Merikal.
Merrick.
He didn't specify what the name of the monastery was.
Yeah, I mean I think I've put him to Alarias' directions. If that could help somewhat.
Okay.
But yeah, cool, fantastic. Everything I need.
I think in the interest of time, we'll probably discuss that in like a downtime out of sesh coverage.
Yep.
In chat. For now, though, the crew are working. You are sailing towards your heading. Everything is going smoothly. And it comes to the evening.
Is this on the first day, sorry?
The second night.
Okay.
After you've left. So you have not had a long rest yet.
Got that.
So currently, Alarias, you are the only one awake.
Damn.
The players awake.
Of the players awake. Kethra, you wake in your bed to a blade by your throat.
Wow.
You look up, see a boned, rotted flesh with a scraggled beard that is black as ash, staring at you. Ragged clothes hover over a white rib cage that extends down to grey trousers, a single black boot covering what is essentially just pure skeleton body.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks at you and it says, "Thought you'd get away with my ship, did you? That piece of shit first mate I had might have taken it once, but I sure as hell wasn't going to leave it again. After your friends came for my sword. After your friends came for my sword. And then they got it taken by someone I wasn't quite ready for yet. I decided to take this back first. Go at them with a little bit more welly. Now, just so you know, I am in command of this ship now. And we are going to turn around." And that starts initiative. Just for Kethra.
This is why you give dead bodies to Umbra. None of this would happen.
We didn't have
That's true. This never would have happened.
We never have this.
He would have
Cranius crossbow.
broken that shit up. He'd have no bones left in his body.
No legs to stand on.
Exactly.
But no, it's not. It's not.
This is the first time you've met Crenulus Crossbones.
Yeah, this is Crenulus. This is not Bloodbeard.
Oh, it
I
wasn't
thought
Cranius
Bloodbeard
inside Bloodbeard's body.
was dead.
Well, who?
Oh, this is a black beard,
Yeah.
Oh, of course.
skeletal body.
Yeah. This is definitely Crenulus's. Yeah. Because there's no way Bloodbeard's decayed that much in the time.
Like that.
Or just evil magic. Yeah.
Not wearing my leather armor because I'm sleeping.
Yep.
Cool.
So
Oh,
what are you wearing
I-
when you go sleeping?
Okay, I just clicked what happened.
Pardon?
What are you wearing when you're sleeping?
Common cloak.
Common
You get like a
clothes.
you get a point of exhaustion if you sleep in armor.
Yep.
So current AC is 14.
Current AC is 14.
So
Right.
where are we? And my initiative was 15.
Oh, I can't move my token.
What was your initiative? 15.
Yep. Oh, I don't even know. Bed.
Might want to move everyone where they are.
Yeah, everyone's in there, apart from Alarias.
Alarias will be on the hell. Well,
Yeah.
somewhere.
Currently, everyone else is not an initiative.
No, I know. I'm just saying, like, where people are.
Umbra would be in the morgue. He wouldn't leave. There's work to be done.
You have had a short rest if you want to spend any hit die.
Alright, okay.
I don't think I got
hit.
hit before. Anyway, yeah, I'm full health.
It's not for you, mate.
The one.
You're not the one that's woken up to a blade to your throat.
Well,
I'm gonna need it.
When you get a chance, Arthur, I need control over my.
Oh, do you not have control over Gruzeel?
Probably because it's changed because now he's got the.
Oh, yeah. That's what happens when you keep changing your bloody token.
Sorry, I can't help it.
Just spend a 1 hit die.
Okay.
And I get 12 HP. So I'm on 30. Cool. I'm as ready as I'll ever be.
I can imagine Kethra sleeping with a pistol under a pillow, though.
Yeah, I'd allow that. I think that's fair.
Well, anything's in close reach anyway.
Mm.
Should barely get to the great sword and the things anyway.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. Leading like if that was like there or something like on the wall. Makes
I'm
sense.
just looking for a token for Monsieur Crossbones.
Hmm.
Yeah, that'll do.
Are you gonna?
Doesn't really matter. It's just going to
suppose-
be for positioning.
The question is, are you going to call anybody? I mean, we're all right above you, so.
No, below.
Yeah, you haven't called out yet. He was sort of whispering to you, and he's only got a blade to
Sure.
your throat. You can speak.
I know.
Oh. Test me. Please test me first. You are first.
Okay.
You are first. Go ahead. Do what you want to do.
Okay, bonus action to activate the animated shield. So my AC is 16. And
Your AC is 16.
actually, is a bonus action to grab a sword.
No, I'll give it to you this time because you could say it's close by.
Okay.
So I've put you fairly precariously positioned. So
I'm going to get
Just
the sword, disengage, take an action to disengage,
Yep.
and so I've got the great sword.
Yep.
I haven't got the pistols, unfortunately.
Okay.
But disengage and leave quarters, and then say, "To arms! To arms! We got ourselves a Jolly Roger on our hands."
Grizzle's not going to know what any of that means.
Okay. Can you all roll initiative?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna check something.
It's a 1, so that's a 3. Good time to roll in that one.
my super special die got 10.
Do we get to do short rest stuff?
Yep. You've all would have had a short rest by now, so you can use a short rest.
This might-
Oh, I don't get spell slots back. That's bad. Needs more time to
Me.
prepare his papers.
Yeah, is Umbra even going to participate?
We'll see how big a commotion there is.
You would all hear this, and it sounds pretty loud.
The captain is
Up,
calling people to arms, isn't he?
Yeah.
Oh,
It is the captain calling people to arms.
I still maintain that Umbra is not a combatant.
He is.
That's an 11 for me for initiative.
11.
Yep.
Cool.
Three.
Da.
Just roll 2 health to hit die.
11 for Tim. What for Gruzeel?
3.
3.
Which makes sense because he doesn't know what the hell's going on.
Alarias?
Sorry, so we got a short rest, didn't we?
You got a
Yes.
short rest.
When you short rest, you don't get the maximum of your hit dice back, right? You roll the dice and then get that much
you
back.
roll hit dice to get that much back.
Yep.
Yeah.
Unless you
Yeah.
have a thing that says otherwise.
Alarias?
3.
3 as well. Okay,
Yep.
you two are going at the same time, so you decide who goes first each turn, whatever you want to do. Umbra, are you getting involved?
I'll roll initiative. I'll see what happens.
Okay, roll ahead.
I got 10.
10. Right.
Yeah. I'm only using D&D Beyond, by the way. So if I roll badly, it's because my luck hasn't transferred over.
It's good. It's good to know. It's good to know. You know. We already know roll 20 is bad. So yeah.
Currently, it's average.
Yeah, so far, yeah, it's just been firmly in the middle. Let's see.
Right, so Kethra, you run out. Crossbones sprints after you, lashing out with his scimitar. Oh, that's terrible.
It's got to be 16.
Doesn't beat it. Goes out with his scimitar. Goes low. Goes wide. Goes out with a clawed hand. Yep, that hits. Yeah. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh double dear. So that is 17 damage.
On a claw. The fuck have you done to
It's
us?
fucking Captain Cranius crossbones, mate.
Oh, it's a good thing. It's a good thing it's a short rest then.
Yep. Definitely a good thing. Right, okay. And we are now on Tim.
I assume I've heard and been alerted and woken up and everything.
Yeah, you will have to dash to get
Yeah.
to the top deck.
Who is this before I get to the top deck?
Alarias.
So what would I just be meeting up with Alarias? What's going on?
I mean, it's a normal routine for me, so.
What, the
Nothing
captain
much.
just shouting to arms.
Yeah, this is just a normal night for me. Why don't I look after the helm? You run down and check out what's going on.
Not running up.
But your character token where you would be for when this started.
I thought it
You
was
don't
on the
have-
helm.
I was.
Oh no, your character token isn't on the helm.
Oh right, sorry, my bad.
You don't have to be on.
You don't have to be on the helm. A deckhand could be on the helm. It depends on like how Alarias would be. Would he be walking around? Would he be on the helm? Like where would he want to be?
Well, I can get to the bottom of these stairs, I think, with my movement.
I think he'd probably be keeping to himself, based on.
Yeah.
Okay, and you will hear the captain call to arms then, and you decide what you want to do on your turn. So yeah, Tim. Yeah,
bottom
you
of the
get
stairs.
you get to about the bottom of the stairs. Okay, so that is your turn, Umbra. What are you doing?
So I hear the captain call to arms, and I don't hear anything else.
No.
Well, look.
You'll probably hear scrambling because obviously everyone is
Yeah, you'd hear scrambling for going up to the top deck.
Okay. So he's going to look up from his work, which I'm not going to describe yet because I'm waiting for someone to come into the morgue.
Fair.
And he'd be like, Captain.
God. Oh wow.
Captain, do you require assistance?
Is you speaking out loud, or are you sending like a message?
Oh, no, this is just him talking.
Just whispering.
Talking to yourself out
Are
loud.
you doing anything?
He's talking to the
Are
body.
you doing anything? You running up? You staying where you are?
Okay, what he'll do is I'm gonna pat the man on the cheek, and trust me, he's in no condition to respond. I'm just gonna do it as like a friendly.
Oh,
I'll be
God.
back soon.
Wheezing.
This is like Saw.
I really
I'll
want
be
to
back,
come to
boy.
how far is it? Is that accurate? So I can get
If you so basically you can dash to get to the bottom of the stairs.
Okay, he's gonna flap over to the stairs. Be back. Captain, should I continue with my work? And then,
Oh my god.
yeah, that's all I can do.
Love Umbra. Gruzeel, it's your go.
After hearing that, he doesn't really know what he means about the 2 arms thing. He just assumes that that's just a statement that he has. But after hearing other people scramble, he'll grab his gear and head out and sprint. However, sprint.
Are you grabbing all your gear? You donning your armor? Like, what are you doing?
I mean, if it's 2 arms, then yes.
Takes time.
So I can't
to don armor.
Takes time to don armor.
How long does it take to don armor?
Minutes.
A minute. Oh, fuck the armor.
It's in minutes.
Okay, forget the armor.
Minutes based on the armor.
That's fine. The armor only gives 1. Forget the armor. I'll grab my shield and weapons and head.
Okay, so you grab your shield and weapons. That's fine. Well, which weapons do you grab? Because you can probably grab one.
One
Weapon, and your shield if you're going to plan on dashing.
Right. I should take my rapier then. And I'll dash. Because if he's in a hurry. I was going to take the bad luck, but if he's in a hurry, so
you're going to grab one.
Yeah.
You know,
grab his trusty rapier.
Pick whether it's going to be, the magic item that might help you really a lot in this situation.
I know, but he doesn't. You can always go back. But he's panic.
Alarias, what are you doing? You see Kethra. Wait, where did you decide to end up?
No,
you're in your quarters, aren't you?
Yeah.
You hear Kethra.
No, so yeah, now he'd be coming out here in the scrambling. He'd go. So what does he see when he goes into Kethra's quarters? Just Umbra.
Umbra's nowhere near, man.
Oh
no, none of you went anywhere near. So you can dash and end up at the bottom of the stairs, basically ready to go onto the top deck on your next turn.
Well, are you in your quarters? I mean, it's your time to be on the ship.
He's on call.
Oh, he's on. Right, okay. So he's awake in his room. Is that what that is? Fine.
Yeah. He's probably just going through his spell book, keeping out of Barry's way. I'll dash. So 60 feet gets me to where Gruzeel is.
You might hear Umbra whispering from the bottom of the stairs.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe. Okay.
Umbra, the captain's in trouble.
Okay, so the hammocks you pass that have a lot of the crew in them, because most of the crew aren't really up at this time, they all start spazzing out and falling onto the floor and scrambling behind you. And we are back up to Kethra. So you have woken to a boned man with a blade against your neck. You have scrambled out of your quarters, reaching for the greatsword that you own, preparing the badge that shields you, and calling to arms your best and quality men and women crew. And they are all still not here yet. And the boned man is in front of you, and he has just slashed you with his bare hand, and it has done far more than you ever expected. What do you do?
Bastard. Okay. I'm gonna give myself fighting spirit, and I get 5 temp HP from that, and I get advantage on weapon attack rolls at the end of my turn. Gonna great sword attack him. Ooh, shit.
Go ahead.
Dice. That's a 16.
It's a hit.
And then the 2d6. Oh. 13.
It's slashing damage, isn't it?
Great sword, slashing,
Yeah.
magical damage because it's Umbra's thingy-mabobby.
That's still on?
Yeah, that is still on.
Yeah, it doesn't go until I remove it.
Oh, wow.
Cool.
Okay.
Or I die.
Or he dies.
Nice. I thought that was only like for the day. That's pretty awesome.
No, it's a
No,
plus
yeah.
one. It's a +1. It's a +1 great sword.
And it
That's
makes
really
it magical, yeah. I've got.
That's why I've been
yeah.
using it.
Yeah. Yeah, okay.
I have
I
two
think-
active at the moment. One's on my armor, and one's on Matt's sword.
You've got silver bullets though as well, haven't you?
I haven't got my gun with me.
Oh,
I was
Which
only
they
able to get the
generally-
great sword when I got out. Which does
Sorry, what was the damage?
13, I said?
13 damage.
Yeah, 13.
Okay, so that goes down to...
And because I'm doing my advantage on this, I'm going to action surge as well and take
Oh.
another attack.
Did
That's
you
a
use
21.
your action surge? No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
Because it's once per short rest.
Yeah, I just remembered. Yep.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, because you did use it, so yeah, that's quite good.
I had used it previously, but per short
Right.
rest.
One special rest.
It's second wind, short rest.
Yes, it is.
Fantastic.
Fighters, man.
Fighting
Yeah, that's
spirit
really-
is not, so but I've got plenty of those. So that's 21 to a hit, which I assume hits,
Yeah, that's a hit.
and then a 2d6. That's another 15.
15 damage.
Yes, 15 magical damage.
Slash it.
Okay. After slashing down, you look at him standing, and after you've done all the hits, you suddenly see like a part of bone just fall to the ground.
Give it up, Crossbones. This isn't your ship anymore.
It'll always be my ship, little girl.
That's
Wow.
the wrong thing to say.
That doesn't hit. Oh, that doesn't hit either. Like,
Wow.
in anger, throwing the scimitar down, just goes straight for the claw, like extending his skeletal bones. And he goes with both, fails miserably.
Doesn't fall for the
And-
same tactic twice.
He just looks at you, and you can see if there was any possible expression to this rotted face, it would be rage. Tim, what do you do?
I'm gonna. How close can I get? Not close enough still, I don't think.
I think no, it's still another dash. I think.
Oh, it's nearly.
Is he doing something ranged?
I can get about here. I don't think I have anything ranged. I'm out of slots.
Shout moral support.
How far are you from
Yeah.
there? So you're like 17.
Sacred Flame?
I don't have
Cantrips.
any slots.
Cantrips.
My cantrips are two. The only one I have is Toll the Dead, which I don't think
He's got
necrotic
damage.
damage would do us much good.
Still
got
damage.
He's taking damage. You do extra damage to him.
Better than nothing. Better it be resistant than half damage is better than no damage.
Yeah, I suppose, unless it heals him or something. But
No, I think
okay,
that's a
I will
3.5
try.
thing.
Or
Yeah,
attempt
that's-
to try. I'll attempt to Toll the Dead. So you need to make a Wisdom save and be 13.
Did
Wisdom
we
save.
get disadvantage or anything? Because it's literally Toll the Dead. Or...
What's the DC?
13
13.
Wisdom.
Passes.
Shucks.
Do I take any damage?
Um,
I think I do.
I don't think so. All or nothing with Toll the
this-
Dead.
no,
Not
it's
on Toll
nothing.
the Dead.
Nothing.
It's a cantrip, so
You
yeah.
just hear from him. Go home, little boy.
Oh no!
Okay. Anything else you want to do? Bonus action or anything?
I suppose offer moral support to the captain. It does look like she's got this under control, but let her know that I'm here.
Cool. Umbra, what you doing?
So I'm just going to be calling up the steps, like, Captain, do you require assistance? And he'll kind of slowly come up and poke his head round.
Still don't even know if we're here.
Gruzeel.
Yes. Yes.
Does the captain require my assistance?
I believe so. I think she's under attack.
Do you
From the
think
sounds of things.
do you think she'd want me to continue with my work?
I think she would prefer you to help her not be dead.
Come on, Umbra, you got to pull your weight here. come up and destroy whatever's happening up there.
Okay, that's so much for a 6-second round.
Alright.
It's going to step past.
I'll be on my way then.
Right.
How long does it take to like get this through?
So are you dashing?
I won't
You
dash. Yeah,
dashing?
I want to see how
Yeah,
far
you
I can
dash.
get.
Okay, you get to there. You get to about there.
Without dashing, yeah.
No, with dashing.
Oh, I have to dash to make it. all the way
You'll
up.
have to dash to get up there. It's you know
It's a lot windy, like, and it's
Yeah.
stairs.
10 feet of
that's fine.
stairs.
I'm just gonna see. If
And
I
you
can...
got to move through Gruzeel. Count yourself lucky.
That's true. Yeah, I'll kind of like sort of awkwardly move around him, like shuffle.
Have that minute-long 6-second conversation. Right.
Oh, wait. How far is the captain? I don't know if Kethra will hear me. But
Little over 30 feet.
Captain, I've come to offer my assistance.
Right, yeah, you're not going to hear that at all.
Right, I'll throw. I'm
Can,
gonna
can
throw.
Tim not hear
I-
it and relay
I'm gonna
it?
throw my strawberry potion at him.
Can you do that?
No,
I've
you've
got one
dashed.
spell
It's a
slot left.
bonus action.
Yeah,
Oh,
but is it a
that's bonus
bonus action or?
Yeah, it's a bonus. Healing
Okay,
word.
yeah, go ahead.
So,
Okay.
Kethra, you get.
Take it.
Oh, I don't even need to roll it because it will do it for me.
Oh my god.
You get 6 health back.
Oh, is it a healing word?
Yeah.
I'll take it.
So you probably won't hear Umbra, but you'll hear something hit you and glass shattering.
Oh my god.
And then
So
you'll feel good
counterintuitive.
about it.
But at the opposite of hurts.
It's so counterintuitive.
I didn't get that.
Oh my god.
Ow.
The potion man, I have to douse you guys with potions.
Right,
It's
right,
like, it's like an
Gruzeel.
ampule, so it's like you'll. Boring.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a soft break.
Well, I'm out of spell slots now because I used 2 before.
Gruzeel, what are you doing?
I will dash.
Go ahead.
Which I think takes me.
Oh, to get so close.
I think it takes me about here when I added it up. So, because
Yeah,
it's
so
like
you were here.
10, 5, 10, that's 25, and then 5 to about here.
Yep.
And another 30 to about roughly there. I still can't reach. I'm still, what, 10 feet away from.
That's fine, you're
Should've
almost
got
there.
closer- Should've got further into there.
Arthur, can I see what's attacking the captain, by the way?
It looks like a boned creature.
Excellent.
Okay, Alarias, what are you doing?
Okay, I'm gonna not dash, but I'm gonna make it to the stairs. Do I have a line of sight of the Crenulus?
Yeah, so you'll be just behind Umbra, but you can, because it's pretty open. Can you?
I'm gonna have to sidestep. So I'm gonna cast Chromatic Orb. I don't want anyone to be.
Yeah,
in line of sight.
I'm gonna say you can have line of sight, but he's gonna have half cover because Kethra's in the way.
Yeah, he's kind of behind her, isn't he?
Yeah, and there's a mast in the way.
Actually,
Is
yeah,
Kethra on
mast.
the mast?
Yeah, Kethra, are
Well,
you
I
on the
could
mast,
side-
or are you next to the mast?
But
Leaning up against the mast?
Hanging
I don't
upside down.
I'm using it as cover myself, really, just as a.
Trying to, yeah, okay. So, actually, he'll probably have 3/4 cover, just to be aware.
I mean, I've got like.
3/4 is pretty tricky.
I can
go for something else.
sidestep.
I reckon go for something else
Yeah,
and
just
chromatic
like
orb him
that.
on your next turn.
3/4 cover.
You might as well dash and get closer, or yeah, really.
Yeah.
I mean, no, I think you're right. Either or not do it on a spell that casts that takes up a slot.
Yeah, use a cantrip and then move
I'm
closer. on your
not.
next
Yeah,
turn.
but I'm not gonna use Firebolt on a wooden ship.
No.
Oh yeah. Ooh,
Yeah, it's
I,
fine.
I'm
You
always
could
gonna
use
use
fireball
Firebolt
on a
now.
wooden ship.
It's fine.
It's up to you.
There's nothing. Trust
I
me.
mean, it's not
It's
much
1d10.
damage.
Umbra will
Ship,
fix
this
it.
ship's got a lot of health. It's 1d10.
Umbra will fix it. He'll put like a spooky voice on it as well. The bit he fixes.
Yeah, we
No.
can
Each
fix it.
plank individually.
What? You just hear this creaking sound. Donations.
Oh, God.
Come to the morgue.
Alright, Alarias.
Okay,
what are you doing?
that's 15 to hit on a Firebolt.
15 to hit on a fireball. That is a hit. Please roll your
Wow.
damage.
It's D10.
Quarters
That's 3 fire damage.
3 fire damage. Okay. The crew
It's better than nothing.
Mm.
begin to clamber up behind you, and the ones that look a lot burlier are feeding into the armory,
Okay.
and they're trying to run into the armory, basically behind Alarias, behind Umbra. They're basically queuing and going into the armory,
Can I
and they can't do anything yet.
shout to the crew and tell them to go back inside?
What is in leave it to you guys?
Yeah. Unless we need help.
Well, can't hurt to get the help.
They need to be armed first.
Well,
then.
yeah, I know.
On your turn, or I'll give you.
That's gonna
port of call if you want to.
that's gonna take time, and if they die,
I will say, technically, crew is commanded by the captain during combat.
Ooh.
All right.
Damn.
Mechanically, that's the case.
I mean, they can get armed up.
I'm giving you AI at the moment because they haven't been armed up yet. So once they've got the armament, that's basically the next step, commanded by the captain.
Getting armed up first.
Okay, so they're getting armed
They don't
up.
have to engage yet.
Okay, so as we finish the round, everybody manages to finally get up to the top deck. Umbra whispering to himself, seemingly unheard by most people, and Crossbones attempting to scratch across the surface of Kethra's speed and dexterity is unable to hit. Kethra planting a good couple of hits at immense speed with a great sword, chipping away at Crossbones before Bones themselves seem to be falling apart before you.
Oh.
Tim attempted something along the lines, but seemingly to no effect. You watch as this horrid figure before your captain stands still there, seemingly impenetrable. Kethra, it's your go.
It's 10:05.
Ah,
Do another round?
shall we stop at the top of round, or shall we continue for another round or anything? It's up to you guys.
I don't mind.
I doubt combat's going to finish in the next round.
I'm down for one
Yeah.
more round.
I'll keep going for another round. Yeah.
We do the last
Yeah.
round.
Last round?
Last round, yeah. Last round.
Yeah.
Okay, last round. Kethra, what do you want to do?
Okay, she'll make an attack on the dude.
Yep, go
With
ahead.
a greatsword. Not doing the fighting spirit this time.
Cool.
And that is a 14.
14 is a hit.
Sweet. 2d6. Some 12 damage.
Anything else?
I'll wait to use my second wind until well, you hit me twice. I'll use my second wind.
Oak?
I'll use my second wind. So it's a d10 plus 3. That much. Oh, come on. So on 30 total, but 25. Because I've got 5 HP.
Cool. So after it slashes, after you slash against it once again, crumbling bones shatter to the floor, and then as it stands before you, a rib pulls away and scatters across the deck. I'll make you pay for that.
I'll add you to the ship.
One down, 11 to go.
Yeah.
So,
Once you're dead, I'll add you to the ship.
oh,
Wow.
oh, God, that one hit for that comment. And that's another hit. So that is 13 slashing damage for the first claw attack. And 14 damage for the second claw attack.
She's still up.
Good girl.
Just.
Did you hear that laugh? It's almost familiar to you.
Interesting words of Umbra.
Okay, Tim, what are you up to?
Yes, he's gonna move, and so I'm gonna try and cast Word of Radiance, which is a 5-foot range. Can I hit him from the other side of Kethra, or would I have to go the whole way round to the other side of the mast?
I'd say you probably should go around the other side of Mars. Otherwise, depending on whether it's a saving throw or what, I'm going to give him benefits for having that mast there.
See if I can actually get to him.
You should be
Oh,
alright.
yeah, easy. Okay. Kethra, you got to hold aggro because I don't think I can even take one hit from this guy. I'm going to cast Word of Radiance, so he has to be a 13 Constitution save this time.
Did you not use any hit die?
Yep, I did.
Wow.
I'm maxed out.
Oh, Tim, I'm so sorry. That's a natural 20.
Fiend.
Does he take even damage with half damage?
No.
I'm sorry, Tim. I'm sorry. Is there anything you want to do with your bonus action?
Lament, I suppose.
Cool. Lamenting it is.
No!
Tim stands suddenly. Umbra, what are you doing?
How damaged does the skeleton look?
He's lost one
You
rib.
didn't see him initially, so he just looks like a withered corpse to you.
Okay.
How bad does he look to Kethra?
Kethra, you reckon you've done a fair amount to him, and these falling parts off him don't look like they've helped him out either.
Okay. I'm just gonna go a bit
So
closer
he's
so I
not
can
bloody
get.
then.
Bloodied. Oh yeah.
So I'm just gonna go a bit closer so I can get like a clear line of fire. But when he realizes it's like an animated corpse, he's gonna be like, please, do your best to keep it intact.
Destroy the bloody thing.
Yes. with great sadness and regret, Umbra will reach into his satchel for a red sort of volcanic potion. Unnatural 20 to hit. Yep. I assume it's a hit.
That's a hit.
Okay, cool. Oh, 6 damage.
6.
Fire if it makes a difference.
No, that doesn't.
Okay.
Okay. Anything else?
I'm gonna. No. That's fine. Yeah.
Okay, right. Next on the go list is Gruzeel. What are you doing?
Right, I'm going to come around to here. I'm going to use my bonus action to cast Ensnaring Strike.
Cool.
And then hit him with my rapier.
Go ahead. Roll to attack.
Where's my...
I don't think I can survive another hit from this guy, by the way.
16.
I've got no heals left.
That's a hit.
Cool. So
I
can
also have no heals.
Oh, dear. Maybe I should have saved that slot then.
I've got Spare the Dying. But...
That'll do.
That'll work.
I can make.
I can give myself a temp HP of 5, but that's about it.
I can make an experimental elixir, which might heal you, but it might do something else.
Might just kill you outright.
Let's ignore that. Right, Gruzeel. Yeah. What are you doing, Gruzeel?
Makes a strength saving throw.
Strength saving throw.
Yeah, passes. Got a 12.
It passes.
Damn it. That save is so crap. So the Ensnaring Strike does not work. It's a shame. The damage. 8. Oh, nice. 8. Plus 4 is 12.
12 damage. He looks bloodied now.
Really just a bloodied.
Alarias, what are you doing?
Okay. I've got 30 feet. Can I move around and try and get a full line of sight to cast Chromatic Orb on him?
You got blind
Yes.
sight now.
If I'm around there.
You
I
can
reckon
go
if you went-
here,
Yeah, if you got to Umbra or something, you
and that will give you line of sight over Kethra's shoulder.
Yeah.
You'll have to be here. Where I'm marking.
Please be gentle.
Come
I'm going to make this bitch our new figurehead. Okay.
We must study the secret.
Type of damage are you choosing for your chromatic orb?
I don't know.
Can you do
Probably-
radiant? That'd be the best thing.
No.
Is it
Oh, no.
elemental type stuff?
Acid, cold, fire, lightning, poison, thunder.
Not poison.
Not poison, I was gonna say.
Might go thunder.
Yeah, thunder's cool.
Yeah.
Why not?
No,
Yeah.
not a lot of things. Only death things are immune to thunder.
Yeah. Also, I like thunder.
Thunder's
I
Go
like
ahead.
thunder.
Thunder.
Yeah.
Thunder.
Thunder.
Nah.
Okay, so I just roll the damage. Oh no, ranged spell attack. Sorry, yeah.
Yeah, range spell attack.
Plus-
Go on, man. Don't make it too easy.
15.
Yeah, that's a hit.
Yeah. Okay, that's 48. This is a
God,
second.
I was worried about this health pool at first, but you know what? Makes sense.
7, 3, 17, and an 8. So that's 20. I can't do maths. 25.
Wow.
Thunder.
Thunder.
That is brutal.
Hmm?
Like you see him stagger back from it as well.
Attack
He's like,
opportunity.
not that far back, Jesus. That's like a foot.
I gotta try.
He's like,
Take that, bitch.
you're next.
Do any chips of bone fly near me?
Oh my god! How big is that? That's a massive explosion.
No, damn it. Are there any chips on? Are there any fragments on the floor?
Yes, but not near you.
All right.
Not near you right now.
We'll come back to that.
Forget that rib.
Okay, the crew are now standing at this like back row. Some of them wielding tridents, some of them wielding what's the other thing you had in there?
Fishing rods.
Fish.
We got
Harpoon,
harpoons.
like spears. It was a
Yeah,
harpoon.
like
we got
harpoon
harpoons,
stuff,
yeah.
spears, that kind of thing. All of them are like wielding that. Mainly the burly ones, like the Goliath's got a trident. Some of the others got one. Tiberius is there with his rapier, and they go, "Attack now!"
There isn't really much space.
They can always pilot and we could back off, I guess.
Oh no!
Just get them to rush
Yeah,
in.
fuck it. Yeah.
Wow.
I think we're going to
Umbra
lose some of
will-
them if we send them in.
Umbra will recycle anyone who goes down. It's okay. We'll be
Oh my
friendly.
god.
You got spare the dying.
Huh?
So
Saving that for you.
yeah,
Dying's a cantrip.
okay.
Yeah, only one bonus action per turn.
Yeah, and you got 3 death saves.
It'd be fine. It'd be fine. Okay, so Tiberius comes out to here with the rapier and is kind of like, I would fight him if I could, but I can't get to him. The Goliath throws a spear at him, which is a hit.
Wow.
I mean, we just need RNG at this point.
Oh, poor on the damage though. That's only 5 damage to him.
I reckon another round and he'll go down. With all of us like.
Mm. Yeah, I reckon.
And so, what's interesting is you look at the Tabaxi. He's got a fishing rod. He's tied the bottom of the line to the bottom of the fishing rod and made like a bow attemptedly, giving him disadvantage on the attack because it's a terrible improvised weapon.
I mean, okay.
He's thinking on his feet, but
Yeah.
He still rolled okay. Still gets 1.
Whatever works.
Yeah.
every deal counts.
So that's another 6 damage. So he's not looking good. He's not looking good at all. Most of the other crew, like the main like crew, isn't sure what to do.
Where's the
Doward.
label on this?
Doward is sprinting, and he's sprinting for the captain, and he's like, "Don't worry, captain, I won't let him hurt you."
Where's the data in all of this? Did she not come out?
Elena, where would Elena be? She'd be in the crow's nest, or would
Nah,
she
asleep.
Yeah,
She'd be
be
asleep.
asleep? Wouldn't she?
But her room's next to Gruzeel's, so if I heard it, she would have heard it.
I mean, the chromatic core.
Where's Alwyn?
Most people hear that.
That's true.
Yeah, I'd
everybody
say
would have heard the
Elena's probably on top deck at this point, but she's looking at the current situation. She's like, "I cannot get through. How am I meant to do anything?"
Alwyn can cure wounds.
Alwyn is there.
Legend.
Alwyn is part of the crew when he's there. Yeah. So Alwyn's got a trident as well, and he's literally. Well, I don't know what Alwyn's doing. What is Alwyn doing?
I mean, to be fair, it's under your control or my control.
He's
As
kind of under your
captain.
yeah. As your captain, technically all the crew are under
Well,
your
he's
control
part of the
in a sense
crew.
of command.
Your guiding bolt.
I forgot. I've still got. Oh no, I gave it. To... 4.
Okay. Do a guiding bolt.
You want me to roll or are you rolling?
No, you roll.
You should
You
roll
roll.
as. You should roll as he's crew. You roll all crew.
Yeah, but this is your NPC guy.
So in combat, it doesn't matter.
Are you sure you want me to roll? Because I got a 4 natural.
I'll roll.
I'll give you that. I did ask you to.
+5, so that's 14.
Yeah, that's it.
And it's 4d6 radiant.
Wow,
It's a level 1 spell as well.
that's good. If he's vulnerable, that might be it.
Some of that. Oh,
Oh, because
I'll
remember,
I'll tell you. I'll tell you later. 18.
Oh,
18.
Arthur's got that rule about the healing spell against undead stuff.
What?
Oh, I changed that ages ago.
Oh, did
I
you change? Oh, did you
Yeah,
change
yeah.
that?
I said there's no point in doing that. That's
Oh, okay. Oh, there used to be a thing where.
too many
fair
custom rules to think of.
Alright.
This isn't 3.5.
18 radiant, and the next attack roll made against it, against the captain, has advantage.
Well, that actually finishes the round. So,
Ooh.
after a battling and a painful slashing from crossbones against the captain, all the crew band together, players and NPC alike. They all come down upon this boned creature and absolutely wreck its body entirely. Now, I know we're at the start of the round again, but Kethra, for I think the chance of good stuff, can you go ahead and do your turn?
Well, I would give myself 10 p. I'll do my last fighting spirit, give myself 10 PP. And then roll to attack with advantage. That's a 16.
Yep, that's a hit.
2d6 plus 4. That's a 12.
Okay. You cave down with the greatsword, absolutely destroying the boned mass. It bursts into a pile of bones that scatter across the deck. And then they shake. And then they grow. And from each bone, a skeletal body raises. And another. And another. And another. And another. And another. Until there are 12 skeletons on the deck with you and the crew.
Ooh.
And that is where we end the session.
Oh
Oh
boy.
shit!
Umbra is like vibrating with excitement next to Alarias.
I
Good
would not.
thing is that
So this-
these skeletons won't be as powerful.
No.
Hope so.
Thunder wave.
Please, can we capture one? I need to
No.
study it.
No.
How can you
Just one.
capture one?
Just a small one.
Okay, we'll continue this next week. And I've got to go.
All right.
Yeah.
Ending.
Yeah, I've
so-
got to bounce as well, guys. But good session.
Au revoir.
See you, lads.
See you guys.
Bye, guys.